college education hasn't kept up. I think we should do the following. We need to provide $3,500 a year tax credits to every family for every child for every single year that that child goes to college. So you can use your We have made a start on expanding and extending Pell Grants, but we've got to give more direct aid. So many students can't afford to take out any more loans. Their families can't afford to help them anymore. So we need more help that goes directly to the student. It's also important that we provide, as I have proposed, 2 years of national service opportunities. I want young people who need to earn money to be able to do national service and earn up to $10,000 a year in grants to go to college of their choice to be able to afford it. And I think we've got to rein in these student loan companies that have been ripping off students. You know, as I travel around to campuses, I've been running a kind of contest, it's sort of a perverse contest, to find out who got the highest interest rate. And I got to tell you, I've gotten up to 13.8%. Can anybody beat that? 14 what? 18%? I think I've hit a winner. I mean, this is unbelievable. Interest rates have been historically low, and they're going a lot lower. Student loan companies have been charging predatory rates of interest, and we should stop it now and go to direct lending. You know, when I was going to college, my father said he'd saved enough money for me to have room and board paid for, but if I wanted to buy a book, I had to earn the money, and that was our deal. And I worked all through college. Then I decided I wanted to go to law school, and I told my dad, and he said, that's not part of the deal. Well, that was okay. So I kept working, I got a little scholarship, and I borrowed money directly from the federal government, from something called the National Defense Education Act. And I see some heads nodding. It was at about 2% interest. And I got the provision known as an income contingency loan. So when I graduated from law school, I didn't want to go to work for a big law firm. I wanted to go to work for the Children's Defense Fund, representing abused and neglected kids. And I could do it because I was able to pay back my loans without worrying that I had to take a job that wasn't the job I wanted. And I now meet so many young people who say they can't do it. So here's what I think we should do. If you graduate with debt, if you already have debt, if you're willing to do a public service job like teaching or nursing or law enforcement, we will forgive your debt. We will give you academy. We have great military academies. I want a public service academy and all expenses paid education for young people who go into public service. And finally, I want to end the financial aid forms that families are forced to fill out. They get to the end and they're told they don't get any help anyway. In your interest as students or potential students to be able to continue your education, it's in everybody's interest. But I'm not only concerned about those of you who are at this great, great university, because most young people will not go to college and graduate. And I think it's time we paid more attention to the young men and women who build the buildings we live and work in, who often fight the wars that our country wages. Programs and opportunities through community colleges to help train everyone who's willing to work for a job with a good future in the global economy. Because if we look at the pillars and the building blocks of a strong and prosperous middle class, good jobs, health care, education, a chance to save for retirement, something I believe so strongly in. Also, to provide more help to balance family and work. This is a really pressing issue. A lot of people are taking care of loved ones out of devotion and a sense of obligation, and they do this work and it's exhausting and it's financially draining. I think it's time we had an extended family and medical leave. We had more opportunities for flexible work schedules. We had more